Williams driver for the 2022 season, Alex Albon, said there is no way that Pierre Gasly should have been penalized. Alex Albon is adamant that Pierre didn't deserve to be given that penalty for hitting Fernando Alonso at the start of the Turkish Grand Prix this past weekend. The Frenchman scored a strong result at Istanbul Park, crossing the line in P6 to score a crucial 8 points for AlphaTauri, and things could have been even better. And for the record, how much longer and how much more carrying is Pierre Gasly going to have to do for this AlphaTauri team? Because it really seems like after the first week, Yuki Tsunoda has been virtually non-existent for that team. The fact that they're keeping him on for next year is very questionable. Not to say I don't like Yuki. I think maybe Yuki could still develop into a solid driver, but if nothing happens in these last couple of races, I'm very curious how much of a dramatic change Yuki is going to be able to make over the course of, I would say, half a year going into the 2022 season. Nonetheless, Pierre Gasly just finished 2 seconds behind the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton and would have surely beaten the Mercedes man if not for that 5-second penalty he had to serve in the pits. Such a penalty was awarded to him for a turn 1 incident in which he hit Fernando Alonso, causing the Alpine driver to spin and drop to the back of the field. Gasly said he was sandwiched on his radio between his midfield rival Sergio Perez, and he had nowhere to go, even though the Spaniard didn't blame him for it, the steward said. Of the collision, the steward's verdict read, quote, Gasly tried to negotiate turn 1 with Sergio Perez on the inside and Fernando Alonso on the outside. Alonso was slightly in front of Gasly at the exit of the corner when both cars made contact, causing Alonso to spin. The stewards then determined that Pierre Gasly was predominantly at fault for the collision as he did not leave enough space for Alonso on the outside. It should also be pointed out that the stewards do not consider this an incident as unavoidable turn 1 contact between two cars, as Gasly was not sandwiched between two cars when he touched Alonso's car, according to the stewards. Alex Albon, who replaced Gasly at Red Bull in 2019, feels it was a harsh call on that AlphaTauri didn't really do anything wrong. He also says there should be extra leeway, and that should have been given by the stewards as it was the first lap of the race, which was taking place in very tricky conditions. Alex Albon went on to say, no way, not to me. Well, firstly, it's that unwritten rule. First corners, first lap, stewards tend to take quite a sensible approach to things, a, quote, let them race policy. To me, that's as much let them race as it gets, in a sense that Chico had a good start and he put his nose in as he's entitled to do so. Pierre gives him the space, obviously gets sandwiched as he says on the radio, but more than anything, I don't know what the stewards really expected Pierre to do. The only thing I could say was that they think about it and they think that he left a bit too much space in between himself and Chico. But honestly, in these conditions, when you have a car coming in on the inside like that, you're not going to give them that extra exact car width. You're going to give them a car width and a little bit more, but nothing less. So with that being said, what do you guys think about this? Personally, I did feel that the penalty was a little bit harsh. It did kind of look like Pierre was sandwiched, and it didn't appear that he had a great view to see Alonso on his outside. That should have been noted as a racing incident to me, and it wasn't. Now, some fans says they think Alex Albon is incorrect. I saw a fan says that he needs to shut up, yada, yada, yada. And there are some fans that said that AlphaTauri obviously should not have been penalized, and Alonso gave him plenty of space. So in the comment section below, you guys let me know your thoughts. Should Pierre Gasly have been penalized for that turn 1 incident in the Turkish Grand Prix, and whether or not Alex Albon is correct that the stewards are way too harsh? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. She'll take it from there. As always, appreciate love and support. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for daily and weekly Formula One discussion content. If I do talk too fast, do not worry. That's just kind of the normal speed that I go. But if you want me to slow it down for the sake of these videos, then I will do so. But it's not an intentional thing, just to let you know. Appreciate all the support from you guys lately subscribing to the channel. Fortunately, that is all the time I have for you today, but I will see you all later. Goodbye.